Hi everyone. The format of today's video is going to be a little bit different than my usual pattern of talking about a medication and just kind of my general experience and knowledge about it. Because one big factor that I think is not talked about as much as some others related to the effectiveness of medications is getting people, or getting yourself, myself included, to take whatever it is, medication or supplement or vitamin, on a regular basis. So it's fairly obvious, like, you're not going to get the full benefits of whatever we're talking about that's meant to be taken regularly if you're not actually taking it regularly. So it's important to put things in place to try to get patients to take their medications, in this case, on a regular basis. That means every day without fail. Now, almost nobody hits that standard, but I think for obvious reasons, in terms of getting a medication to be effective, that's what the goal is, to take it every day without fail as much as possible. And today I want to talk about what I consider the secret weapon in terms of a major tool to help that, and that is the pill box. It's not sexy, it's not fancy, it's not high tech, but it is an amazingly effective tool to help take one's medications, vitamins, etc. on a regular basis. And I believe in it so much that I've actually got my young sons into the habit of using a pill box for their vitamins. And this is actually one of my son's pill boxes. You can see I wanted to show. I like the 28-day version, so basically for the full month. And this tool has a few different advantages. So what you do is you get the month-long one, because you get your medication, your vitamin, whatever, and then you sit down once and you fill it out for the month. So you've got the full month kind of covered. Most prescriptions are for 30 days. So you've actually got 28 days in a 4-week pill box. And that actually is a good detail as well, which I'll touch on. But the main advantages are, there's actually two things. Number one, it makes it very easy if you're on a medication and some vitamins or multiple medications. It actually makes it very easy to take your medications for the day. You just pop open the compartment for the day, pop it open, pull out his. Let's see. So this is a previous week, so just for show, you pull it out. Today's Thursday. You pop open Thursday, dump it out in your hand, and take your medications. Close it up, pop it back in. And so that makes it easier. The second thing is you have a record of whether you've taken your medications that day or not. And that helps in two ways. Number one, if you're not sure if you took your medications that day, rather than having to guess or remember if you remember taking it, you just look in the container. If the pills are there, you obviously didn't take them. If they're gone, you did. And so that helps eliminate any guessing. The other advantage is that at the end of the month, you can look back and have a full record of how many times you missed your medications. And I can tell you without fail that every single patient who has tried this, even if they're resistant at first, they have come back and said they were missing their medications more than they realized. And that's a really important observation, because it's an opportunity. Because if you can get more consistent with your medication, you can get potential more benefit from the medication. And it takes some of the mystery away as to why a medication may not be working or may have stopped working. Maybe people were initially very good about taking it when they were really sort of focused on trying to feel better. But once they were feeling better, that motivation went down and they got less consistent, and that ended up making their symptoms come back. So it's a really powerful tool to both make it easy to take your medications each day, know whether you've taken medications on a given day, know at the end of the month sort of how good you are about taking your medications. And then the other thing that I talked about with the 28 days is that because most medications are filled for 30 days, if you get to the end of your pills and you haven't bothered to ask for a refill, once it's empty, that's your prompt to request a refill. And then even if your medication isn't ready right away or you can't get to the pharmacy, you still have a 2-day cushion to, you'll still have 2 days worth left in your bottle, and you have a 2-day cushion to pick up your medication so that you don't have to miss any days because you actually don't have the medication. So that's yet another way that this secret weapon of medication compliance can help take medications. And the reason that I have my sons doing it now is that I want them to get into the habit of it. I want it to become something that's just part of their routine. So rather than opening their Flintstones vitamin bottle and pouring it out of there and having that be the habit, beginning of the month, they fill it out, and then each day they come to their pill box and they take their medication or their vitamins. And this way they're in the habit of it, starting at an early age. And so this way, later in life, it's not something they have to work on. If they ever get put on medication for anything, even if it's just antibiotics for 10 days, they just pop it in their pill box for the day, and they're already in the routine of taking it, and it's not something that they have to put extra energy into remembering. So I think for all of these reasons, it's a good thing for everybody to get in the habit of using a pill box. And if you have used it or you do use it, and I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments. Thanks very much.